Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ESO Daily. I'm your host, Mysticraven. All right, guys. So I picked up the dailies. I got to do some stuff still. I got my orbs. Got to get this morphed. I'm still working on Undaunted with the Stamina Warden Healer. I got some easy vets. So yeah, I'm up close to 6. I got to get that Undaunted to get these values up. Made a couple minor adjustments. Nothing major. Everything's still pretty much the same as the configuration, you know, just orbs instead of endless hail. I can still put it on there. I can get 1 or 2 out throughout the rotation, but everything else kind of just remains the same, except I took off the Fighters Guild. I'll lose a little bit on the damage, but the Ring of Preservation is really good. So I mean, it's like, okay, if needed, I throw it down. So it's kind of a nice option. But, you know, my thoughts here. You know, so today I got a notification about a post. One player kind of was like ripping on me about like ripping on other content creators. And then what was kind of interesting, let me check the comment out before I cue this. Okay, hold on one second. Trying to pull it up. Trying to pull it up. Alright, 1 second. I have to mute it because there's that delay in my voice. What's up, Lewis? Yes, the Stam Healer. Got it. Broke it out. The funny thing about it is, it's kind of crazy because they were ragging on my Stam Healer, which, you know, I was doing the test on because I was like, you know, is this viable? You know, is it? Are we capable of doing it? I'm going to do the vets. You know, is it plausible? You know, now in 4-mans is going to be. I'm not saying it would be in necessarily every vet trial. I honestly think the new trial you can have that support heal roll with a build like this. Once again, I haven't tested it. I haven't put it in that situation. So, you know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I find that the people who hate me are most hypocritical. For example, this person who was posting is a YouTuber. Go figure. You know, and has non-meta builds, and yet is defending the meta. I'm like, isn't that just kind of hypocritical? And then you want to rag on the players who are successfully making builds, right? That you're doing as well, but at the same time, like a warden tank, endgame warden tank. That's not meta. That's not DK tank is meta. Endgame DK tank is meta. Not warden endgame tank is meta. No, that's not considered the meta. So at the end of the day, it just proves the point. The meta's bullshit. It's bullshit. You're going to defend the meta, and then you're going to make builds that contradict your argument. What the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck is that? I don't know. It's like, dude, seriously? Wow, the audacity of players. Wow. You know, and I don't care. I believe everybody's entitled to an opinion, right? It's like assholes. You know, we all are one. I mean, have one. And, you know, I'm probably a bigger one than most. But the most hilarious thing is like the most people who hate on me are the ones who, like, I show gameplay, you know, learning rotations, learning this, trying to do whatever. As far as, you know, if when I tested this, I'm trying to get accustomed to the build, rotation, things like that. Am I going to slip up a couple times? Yeah, you know, sure. You know, it's different. But, you know, the best aspect to it, why am I not getting a Q on my healer? Probably shortage on tanks. The best aspect for me is just like, hey, is it plausible? Can I have fun with doing it? At the end of the day, if I can do that, cool. You know, if I can get the content done and still provide viable builds to, you know, mix things up for players who are getting bored of the same whatever, then why is that a bad thing? Why is that bad? You know, I'm not trying to feed whatever, but it's funny because, you know, people forget what you know, me and one or two other YouTubers have brought to the game. You know, and one of, you know, my close friends took off with his channel. I consider him a friend. I don't know him in real life or whatever, but, you know, we've done, you know, a lot of, you know, no bis, don't worry about meta, and he's been very successful. I'm so happy for the man. He deserves it. And that's what, you know, we're trying to showcase, you know, what Elder Scrolls brings to you. You know, what potential does it have to offer as a content creator? That's it. You know, and if I feel like if I can get a Q, I'm just running back and forth. Can't deal too much damage. I have a little bit of damage, but at the end of the day, that's all I think, man. Just do what you can with what you got. You know, open like powerful assault. I never even thought about powerful assault on this dude until my boy Uology was like, yo, Mystic, if you're going to be running assault abilities, you should use powerful assault. I'm like, holy shit, yeah, dude. And, you know, I mean, seriously, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due. 1 second. Hey, Storm. Sorry, I had to, like, you know, X that. Oh, sweet. Got the class, too. Skill point time. One second, baby. I'm live. Oh, I forgot to eat my food buff. I want to do that. Now, it's not as, you know, the mag healers have the buffs. I think so. If Zoss wanted to make this a little bit more endgame friendly, you could offer some of the buffs and some of the heals for the stand. But, of course, then PvPers would cry about it and whine about it. That would be a little too overpowered. So there's that to take in consideration. We're going to reduce that damage on the boss. Once we hit that potion, hit the orbs for the... Get that war horn out. All right. Looks good. People's got problem with hitting my orbs. I don't get it. That Dwemer comes in handy, especially since you use stamina as well. Once again, you know, I'm showing it, you know? I don't know, man. Keep that circle down. It's definitely going to help. Keep the buff supplied. Get that potion. Those orbs. Get that war horn down. Major fracture. Okay. Alright, sorry if you hear my granddaughter. Okay, I gotta talk to her.
I think our time will be better.
Alright. Because the more you practice something, the more you become a little bit more fluid at it, right? No surprise. I mean, I'm not even like have my undaunted passives. I'm doing the vet. And people want to like critique and whatever and be little bitches about it. It's like little whining bitches. That's funny, man, how, you know, how toxic the community can be, the misconception, the bullshit. Jeez, my Jesus. Are we doing the mobs or not, Paul? Well, I guess we are. Keep that buff up. Don't. There we go. Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. Every day. Okay, let me check the comments out really quick. Everybody's waiting to get out the door. A question, 1B Duck, and Carl Vollenfeld hates this one. Hey, hi Ahmed. Could this build work with different armor sets? I mean, Magicka you would want to steer from. The reason being, a lot of your spells cost stamina. So you kind of be a little selective on that. You could use a crit set, something like Hunding's, because that would definitely, take that. Oh, Dwemer motif. Fucking slick. That's why you check that shit in here. You definitely could do that. I like the Hearseys because it offers, the stam for the tank, for any stamina DPS. It works out well. I don't have a full set of spell power cure because it's Magicka base, and the powerful assault works with this build really nice. Like, I honestly think like there's a couple of things that if they wanted to make this more endgame viable, Zoss could do it. With like maybe the wings, I instead of giving just the, like one morph doing one thing for one person, one morph applying another effect for group, whatever. There would have to be a couple changes towards like endgame viability. But like I said, in like the last one, I think there's applications. And 4-man's definitely doable. Probably also Vet DSA. No, I was out of the friggin' radius, man. Alright. Throw the hot, then throw the spores. Keep everything in front of you on this part. Well, maybe. DPS, you're killing us. Literally, you're gonna get us killed. Go, Deeps. Get in front of... Oh my god. It's always going to be fucking DPS. Don't fight it. It's a friggin' steam room. Just pull it. 1 DC. Get out of that. Oh my god. That's what you get, Deeps. Get out of my back end, dude. Don't stop running. Don't know where, what's his name's at. Give him a minute. Alright. Check the comments. I'm on my phone checking comments. Okay. What jealousy haters, Mystic? Always had trolls and haters. Though why would they be jealous if his builds are terrible, non-meta? No, yeah, because they always want to rag on it. What is better than a day full of ESO Daily? So then they'd be jealous that Mystic can actually do what he says he can do with his builds, and they can't. Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like they're basically being jealous because they're like, oh well, that's not viable, that's not meta, and it's like, well, why aren't you guys actually trying something before you friggin' open your mouths, man? I mean, that's my thing. I mean, push yourself to your limits. That's what I do. Like I said, the content's not really too much of the challenge for me as much as it is what I can do with the builds. That's where I find my challenge, personally. That's why I continue to play this game. That's why I continue to play it. It's not because, oh, you know, I mean, after a while you kind of get like, oh, this, how many times can you do this? But when you do it with a different build and you come in with a different perspective, it kind of makes it challenging. Like, oh my God, you know, can I pull this off? You know, is this feasible? Once again, if we get it, we get it. We don't, we don't. I think we're... we just lost the DPS. I don't blame him. Last boss, he probably thinks that, you know, it's not our fault. Dude DC'd, man. Seriously. It's like crap, man.
Get that out of your mouth.
That's not... Don't ask me. You're speaking my language, Rock. Well, besides sex, beer, and playing ESO, thumbs up for you, man. Thank you. Thank you. You know, like I said, you know, I'm just trying. I'm trying. You know, it's at the end of the day. It's like everybody wants to be a critic, but nobody wants to try it. It's like, you know, if you're going to be a critic, then why am I showing it? I mean, is it an optical illusion? Becomes my question. Is it an optical illusion? I think practicality becomes in being able to show, hey man, look at it. You know, I'm not cherry picking it. I'm not gonna whatever. I'm just gonna show it for what it is, what I can do and what I can't do. You know, I mean, jeez, Mateezes. You know, it's like, wow. I don't know, man. I don't know. At the end of the day, beautiful game and corrupted by such toxicity. At the end of the day, it's such a beautiful game corrupted by toxicity. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And hopefully the other DPS shows up. And we can do this one. And I don't know if everybody knows the mechanics, because if you don't know mechanics, you know, that's a problem within itself. I once heard a little green dude say, try. There is no try. Do or not do. You know, that's the funny thing, because that's what the whole thing about when I got into martial arts. You know, there was the word can't was not used in, you know, in the facility. You do not use I can't, you know, you do. You keep trying until you can. right? Because at the end of the day, that's all it was. It was just trying again, try again, try again, try again. And I loved martial arts because of that. The mentality, the mindset that it puts towards people is like, you know, there are limitations, but until you push yourself to that limit, you'll never know what you're capable of achieving. That has always been like the precedence, you know, for me. It's the mentality. Now I'm going to use my heals on this because I don't know if they know it. If that thing gets too close. I gotta weave up a little heavy. No, don't run, tank. I can't keep you healed if you're running. Just hold and block. Oh yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about! We get her done! Infuse, nice. That's what we do! That's what we do! That's what we do, that's what we do, that's what we do. Vet, no undaunted bonuses. You know, I couldn't use the ideal warhorn. You know, it's unfortunate. Please do not drop group. I need this quest line, please. I need this skill point. Just don't drop. Oh shit. I don't think I'm getting it. I wish that wouldn't have. I wish they just do without the dialogue. I'm not gonna get this turn in because of this. It's gonna kick me before the NPC gets here. Come on, come on, come on. No, no, no. Son of a bitch. God dang it. Fucking A. I hate when that happens. Let me check out the comments. Haters just want attention, and they get it when people talk about all the smack they talk about others, right? You know, the little green dude, Yoda, right? I know of him. So for this fight, I did, I did it with a group where they killed blue first. The group kited the red. I tanked the green away from the group. Yeah, you can do it that way. As long as the green ones will one-shot people. Mighty Mouse song time. Or is he going back to dogging in the window? It was pretty easy. Hi, Alyssa's dad. Oh, hi, Yuki. Hi, definitely. Mars Gaming. You can get that skill point because of that. They need to fix that. I know, Mars, right? Dang, I know, dude. I was like, what? I can't get it because they're going to drop. It's so frustrating. But at the end of the day, there it is, guys. I mean, people are going to critique it. People are going to question it. People are going to question my skill. And it's like, you know what? I'm known by the majority of the community as the healer of Elder Scrolls. Now, I didn't give myself that title or whatever. Just people kind of threw it at me. And it is what it is, because, you know, I roll every healer, whatever, and I guess, I mean, I get it. But at the end of the day, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm not trying to challenge the player base. I'm going to try to challenge myself to what I can come up with, right? That's what I'm going to try to do. You know, there are a couple things that could make this, a little bit more, you know, towards Endgame. If the devs wanted to, like, you know, give it the option for that, it would be interesting. If we took a look at the skills, and, you know, we get the passives for the green balance, but, you know, Soothing Spores doesn't do anything. You're in those staff abilities. We're missing a lot of you know, abilities we're accustomed to seeing. So I don't have it, but Combat Prayer, you know, with that 15%, I'm giving it to myself, but I'm not able to provide it for other players. You know, that I feel like is one of the downsides with this type of healer, right? I could take up the utility for the neurotic orbs, offset the cost, but I have to use it very, very sparingly. So that's not a problem within itself, because I'm just using it as the utility and I can use it for a hot. Everything else seems pretty good, right? For the most part. I can use the War Horn. I can use the Ring of Preservation. I can use the Caltrops for, you know, the Powerful Assault. Powerful Assault is a pretty good set for this setup. The thing about it is it's not going to give as much as the Spell Power Cure. The Spell Power Cure is, you know, 299. This is 157. You could easily adjust this. So the devs could easily adjust this to scale up to 299 and keeping the 4 friendly targets. Spell Power Cure affects 6, this affects 4. You could scale that and they could adjust that and make it more viable. So there's a lot of flexibility that they could do to make this more endgame friendly and viable. I'm not suggesting that they do that to, you know, validate or compensate, you know, what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to do it just to see if it can be done, right? That's what I'm trying to do, you know, at the end of the day. So on and so forth. So let me check the comments. Yes, y'all know how many skill points there are in total in ESO? Take a guess. Yeah, there's a shitload. 500. Not quite that many. There's a shitload. I know that. I need more skill points. I've noticed from a lot of games, people tend to gravitate towards what's easiest. Destiny is a good example. I agree, Mars. Definitely agree that, you know, people want to take kind of the easy way, and I feel like that's where the mentality of meta comes from. Hey, Mystic, could you try a build I run? I can, you know, maybe take a look at it, Storm. Let me know. You know, I definitely. It's a Stam Warden. Okay.
Sorry.
ESO has a total of 380 skill points per character if you get them all. It's expensive. So 380 is cap. Yeah. Yeah, Storm, let me know the build. I can take a look at it. I don't know. Like, sometimes my major issue is time thing. I'm on a PvE healer build. Get off me. I fucking hate people who bother me. I get people chase me around town, following me, doing all weird stuff. It gets crazy at times. Though it's either 380 or 390 because of clockwork. Yeah, Storm, tomorrow, go ahead and, you know, or either that after this thing, leave the build details. I'll see if I got the sets and I can try it out. I definitely would like to try rocking anything. You know, I'm open-minded. You know? Definitely. Not to say that I'll have time, but you know, to me that's kind of you know, I like today's content. I really like that, you know, going in there for a player and taking a look at something, you know. But at the end of the day, guys, you guys just seen it. I did it. It's a vet content. I was able to do it. How can I get it to you? Just when I'm done with the stream, just type it out, the sets, and that's it. You know, put the sets that you're using and, you know, your configuration, and I'll take a look and see if I have time, if I have the gear, and if I have time to go ahead and play with it. That would, you know, that's not a problem. I can take a look at it. Now, and then leave specification what you're interested in taking a look at and what you want me to, you know, see, and then that's not a problem. Definitely. But anyways, guys, yeah, I wanted to get on here, just, you know, putting my opinion out there, and basically once again show Stamina Warden Healer. You know, that's it. You know, that's it. You know, nothing more complicated than that. You know, they want to go ahead. PvE mostly. Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, after I end this, just go ahead, come into the chat, type out, leave it in a comment. I'll get notification of it, and I'll take a look at it. You know, if I got the gear and everything, I'll take a look. If not, I mean, you know, I could probably also go on PTS, but I can't run it live. That's another thing I got to take a look at. So, thing I like about Mystic is he actually plays the builds he makes in vets and 4-mans and PvP, rather than just showing a build in a video and says it works right. To me, that's what I don't want to do. I want to show how it works, why it works, and things like that. To me, people can say anything. That doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean a flipping thing at the end of the day. You know, unless you can show it, show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. You know, and like target dummies and things like that. I'm like, oh my god, you know, I get on that whole topic and whatever else. I don't rock. I'm still waiting to see a D12 DKP, 12 DKP parse. Oh yeah, gotta love it, gotta love it. You know, and it's funny because I always tell the trolls, I'm like, well, go watch Outcasty streams. You'll see the parse fluctuation between mechanics, and that's important. Like, but it's impressive, you know, when he's holding over 20 on a single with no mobs and during a mechanic, that's impressive. I don't care. I don't care. We got crazy mechanics going on. Man's holding a 20k on a friggin' crazy mechanics. I'm like, shit, that's impressive. That's, you tip your hat off that dude. You tip it off. Because his recovery throughout his rotation is seamless. It's fucking seamless. I'm like, you know, you can tell he puts work. Puts work. And I give credit where credit is due. Haters equal people who disagree with me. Right. His face is on his channel's icon. Yeah, my face is. No, yeah, my face is on my icon. That's what I look like. QQ. Thanks, Ryan. Yep, I agree. People that disagree with others are not necessarily haters. Right, and I agree with that. There is debate. I guess it's the approach, right? It's all about how you approach somebody. Can you have a debate, an intelligent debate, and not necessarily just, agree with them, but you can, stress the points. And I feel like haters in my direction are the people who say one thing and then do the exact opposite of what they're arguing. Outcast even said that hitting a target dummy provides nothing. Yeah, it doesn't. Just how much damage you did to a test dummy is not actual. Right, it's not. You can disagree with someone and not hate them. I agree. Definitely. All the haters. Right. Oh, it's the guy from Disturbed. But yeah, definitely. I got to get going though. But I wanted to just jump on here, man. Just put it on there. That's it. But if anybody has any questions, comments, post below. I want to thank everybody for watching. And once again and always, thank you. And have a nice day.